Many people ask which is better for Turkish citizenship, a bank deposit or buying real estate. Let's break it down honestly, just as it is. Let's start with the deposit option. This is the simplest and most hassle free option. You open an account in a Turkish bank and place a deposit of at least $400,000. The money remains entirely yours. Yes, no one touches it. The funds are locked for 3 years, and every month you receive interest. The interest rate depends on the bank, but on average it's 3 to 6% per year. And importantly, you can apply for citizenship right away, not after 3 years. A deposit is an option for those who want stability, no extra expenses, no market risks, no surprises. And you can see your money in the app every day, so you're in control and earning interest. After 3 years, you simply withdraw your deposit and you already have citizenship. Now, about real estate, here things were a bit different. You buy a property worth at least $400,000, register it in your name, and apply for citizenship. And this option has some strong advantages. If you plan to live in Turkey, of course, living in your own apartment is comfortable. You have full control over your home, your own renovations, your own atmosphere. Plus, when you're processing your documents, you still need a registered address, and owning property solves that automatically. But it's important to be honest about the market. In 2022, real estate prices skyrocketed very sharply. Because of huge demand, many people bought at inflated prices. But then the market cooled down, and over the last couple of years, people started to realize that they couldn't sell for the same price they bought at anymore. But there's another point that hardly anyone notices. This year, prices aren't falling anymore. On the contrary, they're quietly, slowly, but steadily rising. The market is stabilized, and in good neighborhoods, housing prices are starting to rise again. Not as quickly as in 2022, but the trend is there. Now let's be honest about the downsides of real estate. The market is always a risk. Sometimes it goes up, sometimes it goes down. There are areas where prices hold up well and others where they fall. There are properties that sit empty for months. Plus, there are expenses, utilities, taxes, maintenance, and sometimes repairs. Real estate's an asset, but it requires attention. A deposit, on the other hand, is the opposite, complete stability and no risks. But you don't end up with an apartment, just money and interest. So, choosing between a deposit and real estate, I think it's not a question of which is better. It's a question of what suits you perfectly. If you want minimal risk and a smooth process, go with a deposit. If you want a place to live, plan to live in Turkey, and need a residence permit, real estate is the way to go. If you understand the market and are ready to choose the right location, real estate can be profitable. If you want absolute transparency and control, go over the deposit. And most importantly, understand the real situation, not just pretty promises. I see people making mistakes simply because they didn't get honest information in time. If you want to figure things out calmly, understand which path is right for you, and go through the process without mistakes, send me a message. I'll explain everything in simple terms and help you make the right choice.